Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? So good, I hope. So good. Finding everybody on my laptop. There we go. Good morning, Keely. How are you? So good, I hope. So good. I have so many things to talk about. You know, because today's a new day. And I'm turning over a new leaf. I don't usually have a lot to talk about. We all know that's not true. Okay, let me get situated. I feel like I need to, sometimes I'm not all the way in the screen, and so I need to make sure that you can see everything that I'm doing. There we go. I think that's better. Okay, so if you're brand new here, if you would like, follow, subscribe, what do I want to say? Share, comment, all the things on Corbiere-Scott Designs, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I would greatly appreciate that. And then ask to join our private Facebook group, Stitch Along with Anne and Corbiere-Scott Designs Facebook group. Good morning, Kay. Good morning, Valerie. Hyacinths. Oh, I just can't wait to see them in real true life next week, Keels. I can't wait. And for all things Anne and artsy, like my artsy washi tape and my art printables, go to Corbiere-Scott-Designs.com. So today we're going to work with pieces that we've been creating. So here I've been like adding little bits and bobs to this, so I have a little work to do on these. I have remember we did one bookmark and one piece to put in our composition, and then I have my artsy washi tape that we painted last week. Today we're going to introduce, we're going to do a funky background, and then, good morning, Deb. And then we're going to do a little bit of stencil work. We're going to do some splatter. We're going to do some, a little bit more painty stuff. So, let's just get started. Oh, I'm going to also use a security envelope for an element in our creating. So here we go. Let's see. I thought I wanted to do some hole reinforcers, but I think I put them all away. You don't know what a rarity that is, that I put something all away. It never happens. Okay, so I have coated my page with watercolor ground, and now I'm just going to add some kind of blotches of color. That's kind of what I'm feeling this morning. So, I think let's do the gold. I'm feeling like I've been thinking about, should I do the purple? Should I do the gold? As I look at this, and I need to blend these in, obviously. But then as I look at this washi, maybe I need to do the purple. I'm really feeling like that might give us this really cool ethereal kind of vibe in the background. So let's do that. So I'm just going to, so like I said, everything is coated in transparent watercolor ground. And this is the paintbrush that I put the watercolor ground on. So, good morning, Nance. Hi, Lisa. How are you? So remember, this color is called Black Witch Moth in my Winging It Rachel Beth. So like I said, I'm just doing some kind of blotchy I just want some color down. But it doesn't have to be anything with any kind of order, because obviously this doesn't have any order. So I'm just going to start there and then see if we need to grow that. I'm going to dry that with my heat gun. Can I tell you, I love this heat tool. I love it so much. It's quiet and it gets quite hot, and so it just does its job, you know. Oh, I was going to remind everybody, don't forget, tomorrow night, the smiley face, I don't know if you'd call it a constellation, but it's a smiley face moon will be in the sky. So for all of us stargazers, tomorrow evening, we're going to look to the sky and see a crescent moon, which will be kind of on its side. Hi, Diana. And then Venus, which will be bright as one eye, and Saturn, which will be dimmer as the other eye, and we should see a smiley face in the sky. So my idea is that I want to fussy cut these bits. This one is going to go up here. These across the bottom, and then these two I want to kind of add into this kind of creative cluster. And then I want to add this as like my anchor piece, this piece of washi. This will be the anchor piece. This will be the kind of the supporting player. And then I'm feeling like I want to include kind of a scallop from this security envelope. So I'm going to cut, and I haven't exactly decided yet how I want to incorporate this, but I'm just cutting like a funky scallop. I love this. I have started to add it to all kinds of creations. It just adds like a whimsical flair, and you don't have to, it's just quite organic. It's not, not perfect scallops that are all the same size or anything. Sometimes I kind of on purpose make some of the scallops bigger like that and then do some smaller. It's just going to add a little funkiness. And this is going to be way longer than I need it to be, but while I'm cutting, I'm thinking that I could be making something for later. So do you see how that, stop it. At first I thought, well, maybe I'll paint it, but I'm kind of feeling like let's see. I'm kind of feeling like maybe I'll leave it black and white because it's going to give me some really cool contrast. There we go, there we go, there we go. Right? So this is just, you know, you can kind of get a little bit of a vibe. Whoops, that's upside down. Right? And then our cactus will be here. And then I'm going to add my sentiment over here. And we still need to decide. I had these two sentiments, and they're both really good. So you tell me what. But it's in celebration of Earth Day, right? Nature Always Wears the Colors of the Spirit by Ralph Waldo Emerson. That's number 1. In all things of nature, there is something of the marvelous by Aristotle. So we have to figure out which one of those we're going to add. I'm going to start fussy cutting these guys, and then I want to kind of start to think about, I want to do some stencil additions up here, and I want to splatter. So I kind of have an idea of where I want to go with this, right? That's kind of making me happy. I'm going to fussy cut these guys. So my next, and we're also going to create another bookmark, which, oh my gosh, it's so going to be so cute. For World Book Day. Yesterday was World Book Day, and I just thought, you know what? We are going to rock World Book Day because who doesn't love to read? I love to read. Right? So, I'm going to cut this part off so I have my base line. And then I kind of have, I'm going to cut off the thorns because I can just draw those on again. Because that's too hard to get around. Hey Chris, how are you this morning? We are creating our Earth Day entry for our art journal. Stop it, you guys. Look at how cute that's going to be. I'm loving it so much. And I love when it's, when there's little bits of like the grid and the background colors are going to pop through. I love that. All those artsy layers just make me so happy. And I remember maybe on Tuesday, I talked about that I really want to, I want this little bit. I'm thinking I might want it to kind of peek down from the tippity top. Good morning, Joni. How are you? There we go. So, you know, this is your creation. If you think of another technique that you want to add into this, I mean, yours is going to be different because who knows if you have the same paints as me? Who knows if you have, do you know what I mean? You're going to, you're going to, and it's going to be different because it's painted with your hands and not my hands, right? Like everything, I can't see where I'm going here. We are almost around. I think I want to soften that purple a little bit. But now I'm wondering, would it be better if I kind of leave it the way it is and I splatter purple on top of this? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Let's see where we're good. I think it's gonna look so different once it's all fussy cut. That always like totally changes the whole vibe. In a good way, right? It's just going to kind of single out the elements of this. All right, so we have this is sort of, I think I want this certainly way lower. But now I'm feeling like, oh, I wanted to cut this guy out. But I have this little bit of an overlap. What do you guys think of that? And then that means that I can trim out this area too. So I have a little bit more peekaboo. I love a peekaboo. The only one that I don't, but look, I think I can sneak over here and get this little bit. There we go. Okay. So I'm thinking, oh, I love that. I love that. But I'm thinking splatter paint on there. Hi, Diana. Okay. So now let's pull these off. Because I have a couple things I want to splatter paint on these elements, right? But I also want to splatter paint on my background. And I was thinking I might want to splatter paint the purple, of course, because that's going to give me some cool dimension. Honest to Pete, you guys, everything, I'm trying to get rid of all my little scraps because everything is sticking to this washi tape that I'm going to have to glue down anyway. Okay. Oh, everybody take a drink, please. Okay, guys, let's vote on our quote. Aristotle or Ralph Waldo Emerson? What do you think? Emerson. Thank you, Deb. I don't know, Deb. I don't know. It hasn't been announced yet. I was just talking about it during my stitch along video yesterday. And I don't know, but they're having buy two get one free sale on all of their tea towel designs. So that's a time to jump in. If you've ever thought about that, now's the time to take advantage of that. Oh my gosh, you know what I just thought of, you guys? I'm gonna have to go start digging through my own trash, because now I'm thinking about adding some, remember, I'm trying to think what, I don't know. So I guess I'll just wait for them to announce. Do you remember a couple of probably weeks ago, we added some elements. We just used a hole punch, and we added just some circles with a hole, like a regular old hole punch. I'm thinking, because the stencil that I pulled for this morning. Rock on, Debbie! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I would love to see. Be sure to take a picture and share. I am so proud of you. So here's what I was thinking. And I'm going to have to dig in my own dang trash. But do you see all these painty bits? I could absolutely punch holes with my paper punch, with my little hole punch, and then incorporate that in this background, because the stencil that I'm going to use is this stencil that I created, about 4,000 years ago for Adorn It. But I thought, I want to use that to just incorporate some, and some extra little elements to the page. But wouldn't it be cool to have that and repeat the circle? Remember, we talked about our design rules. Repeat the sorry, searching for my paintbrush. Repeat elements. Okay, let's see what happens if I just do this. So I'm just going to, okay, ready? Let's see. Nope, that looks like a blob. But luckily, it's just going to blend in. But we can absolutely do our splatter painting, right? On top of this, on the white parts. Kind of digging that. So I'm thinking for this, we're going to use what do I have out here? Oh, my bleed proof white. I'm thinking, okay, let's get this wet. And now, swear that's exactly what I wanted. Look at that. Let that dry. Now let's do this one. Yep, That's exactly what I wanted. And now, this big mamma jamma. I was just thinking about the splatter, the power of the splatter. Because the splatter just tends to like bring it all together, doesn't it? I know that non-artsies wouldn't understand our logic with that, but it does, right? It totally does. So now let's dry these pieces. Hey Janet, how are you? So I'm just gonna hold this down. I'll scoot it over here so you can see what I'm doing. But I'm just gonna hold it down with the end of my scissor so that I can dry that. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for all the elements to come together for this page. And I hope you are fiddling with some ideas for yours too. You know what I mean? Because your colors are going to be a little different than mine. Your painting style is probably a little different than mine. But how are you going to bring all of your elements together to, into one big cohesive composition? Okay, and then I have one more little something. This one. Ah! There we go. Okay, so those are all dry. Now I'm thinking, now I want to do the, my whole desk is purple splatters right now. I'm going to play with the bleed proof white, but I also think I want to do black acrylic because I'm thinking, well, I have this mop pen, this mopper, but I'm not going to use it like a mopper at all. Oh, good thinking, Keels. Okay, so I'm just going to, this is such a lazy way to craft, but look at, I'm just mopping down some of this black, right? Because I just thought about, I have that black of the security envelope and the black outlines. I want that to, I'm going to splatter paint with the black because I want the black to, I want it to, what do I want to say? I want to repeat it, right? Like we're going to repeat the circles. I want to repeat the, let's put this over here to protect that page. I want to repeat the black, right? So we have 3, 3. Okay, so I'm going to just, there we go. Right? Digging that, digging that. And I'm wondering, you guys, move this. I'm wondering if we should try to splatter these elements with the black, even though we have the black dots. I don't know. And maybe even this washi tape, or do we leave it? I'm looking at it just a sec. Maybe I just leave this pure in its original state. But these we could absolutely, we can add more splat. right? I love it so much. Okay, I have so much still here. I have so much black still here. So, what are we going to do? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to find another page to splat black on. But let's try these. With my scissor to hold my thing in place here. So the bookmark idea I came up with for today, I also think that we could use as a page element in our art journals. And I'll show you, well, you know me, my brain's going this way, that way, this way, that way. So, I can hear Jeff in my head saying, Anne, you've got to finish something. So I will finish this, or at least for the most part. Okay, so you guys, that's going to be so pretty. Okay, but I feel like we need to use this paint in some kind of way. So, could just use it on this page. Are these still wet? Sure looks like it, doesn't it? I don't want to get the back of my book all black splatters. No, it looks like it's all right. Oh, maybe I put another paper towel down. Or I just open this one. There we go. Okay, so I'm looking at this page and I'm wondering if I simply just paint black on this side and see what becomes of it. And this is not a prepped page at all. It's just a regular old page, and I'm just painting that that Posca pen mopper paint on here. I think it might be interesting, you know? Looks like I need a little bit more. Good morning, Peg. I know you can, sister. I know you can catch up. Okay, so there's that. You know, I can't waste color. There we go. All right, so now let's dry this. This shouldn't take long to dry at all, because it's a pretty thin coat of black. You know, it's so funny. You know, I have like a million pairs of these bib overalls in every color. And, but I have some that are play clothes and some that are nice. Didn't you have play clothes that you changed into when you got home from school? So today I put on a pair of nice, and so we'll see if they're nice by the end of today. All right, so let's wipe up as much of that as possible. You know what, I think I'm going to take this whole thing off, and I'll clean that later. So I really don't want it to get on the back side of my pretty cover. Okay, so now let's, how are we doing on time? Okay, so I'm going to build my page, but I also want to talk to you about what we're going to do for, you know what, I'll just kind of draw it out. Okay, this is what we're going to do for World Book Day. So I want to do a bookmark, but I really want to, because I love to read, I really want it represented in my art journal also. So I have a piece of just cardstock that this was going to be my bookmark, right? But I'm feeling like I could do the same thing on this black page to represent World Book Day. So my thought is, and I drew it out. I drew it out on this little piece, right? So a big stack of books, right? A big stack of books all the way to the tippity top, right? So, and these are all art papers and washi tapes, just art papers and washi tapes. I can't, so you could do washi tapes on top of some art paper and really burnish that washi tape into the art paper so it's gonna pop through. You could paint let's write all our options down. Paint a stripe of color and lay washi tape on top. You could fussy cut strips of art papers. These are all ways to represent books in our big tall stack, right? We could do just washi paper. Excuse me, what? Just washi tape. We could do, washi on top of artsy paper. But I'm going to put here, burnish. You get the idea, right? They're absolutely artwork clothes. You're right, Nancy. Especially when you're splattering paint. I'm afraid to look at my front until after class today. Anyway, and then at the tippity top, I'm going to write World Book Day 2025, right? But I'm just going to continue to create stacks and stacks and stacks, right? Books and books and books on our stack. And these are going to be all different, whatever we want them to be. I just thought that was a cool way to... Security envelopes. And think about, you could do... Oh, you can't see that. Okay, so here's my thoughts. You could do titles if you wanted. Like maybe you want to type out some titles and stick them on top of these bits, all these books. Titles, you could handwrite them. You could type them, right? The possibilities are endless. Anyway, so this is our secondary assignment today. So now I'm going to fiddle around. Well, first I'm going to take a drink. And I'm going to start to compose my... Oh, look what I didn't splatter. Oh, well. I'm going to start my composition of my... I know I want this a little bit further down this time. And I want it to go off the edge and then cut it. Do you know what I mean? So I have... So I think I want to start with this. And can I tell you how madly in love I am with this? Oh, shut it. Keely, that's a brilliant idea. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Okay, so I think I want this a little further down. I just need space for my, this is going to have to be glued down, but space for my scallop, right? I don't know if I want that to go all the way across or if I want to, I don't know. And then this guy, right? And then this guy, do we want this tucked behind? Do we want it on top? Kind of, I don't know. I have that one and I have this one. So this one could be down here. I don't know. I just had, I'm totally doing the books that we read so far this year. I think that's a brilliant idea. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Okay, so I'm loving this so much, you guys. These paintbrushes, they're going to need some attention. Now I don't know if I want to include this one. But maybe I do. I think I just need to start. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. I also have this. Shut it. Oh my gosh, all the elements. Yep. Okay, now I'm going to start to assemble. So, but all of these things need help. Luckily, I'm working on a grid. And so, I can't wait for all of these bits and bobs. I am so excited that well, I had company, and you know, when I send out an order, I like to write a little personalized note to each person. And I've started to put together these little packs of artsy bits and bobs to include in my packages that I mail out. Is that, wait a second, was that? Let's scoot over just a little bit. That's too high. There we go. Anyway, and I had company, and so I was not able to write my notes that I normally write. I am such a creature of habit, you guys. And so, I wasn't able to write them until yesterday. I had like an hour and a half all by myself in my house because we've had lots of company and blah, blah, blah. Anyway. So if you ordered washi tape from me over the weekend, they will go out in today's mail. I'm so sorry. But you know, I like to, I don't know if that's enough glue. Let's see. We'll find out soon enough, won't we? Oh, stop it. Look at that. That is so beautiful. I can't even stand it. Okay. I have this little bit that I can use for I don't know what. Right? Then I think I think I want to put this down and then put this down on top of that. Do you know what I mean? I'm feeling like that might be the way to go, to just add a little more something, something. What was I talking about? Honest to Pete. I'm so glad we're friends. Please don't judge me and my feeble brain. It just goes all over the place. Oh, so anyway, I know. Mailing packages. So I put together some new things. Usually I try to include like some stickers or a pen. I'm redoing my pens. I like to come up with new pen designs every now and again, and so I'm working on a new pen design right now. So I'm running low on the pink and black pens. And so I am, so I was like, what would I want to get in the mail? And I thought, I know what I'll include. It'll be a surprise. Peggy is one of those packages, and she will use what I put in there. But I found some ephemera that I love creating with. And so I just put these little pockets of fun in my orders. So Debbie, you just ordered a big order, so I will just mail one to you. I love bits and bobs. I love bits and bobs. But these are different bits and bobs, Deb, so I will send them to you so you can just play with them. Okay, I'm going to stick this down, you guys, and I'm kind of feeling like I might want this to kind of bleed into the next page. Like just kind of overlap. That's kind of making me all kinds of happy. Or one just, oh, yeah. Okay, right? And now, because I was, you know, it's so funny. I was thinking about, I love a bits and bobs. I love, just little things to create with that aren't from my own stash. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe I find, like when I was, when I met everybody at the park with Lindsay, Valerie gave me some strips of her cutoff strips from some of her art papers. And I knew exactly what technique she used. For those of you who wonder, they were the crayon and shimmer paint resist. And so I, let's see. I love that. Debbie Pack is so good about sending me just little bits of artsy papers that she's created, just little cutoffs. And then I can incorporate a little bit of Debbie in my art journal. I love that. So now I can incorporate it. And Keely does it all the time. Oh, that's upside down again. Honestly. I think I kind of like this, where this one is a little bit shorter, but it's, I'm digging that. Okay, now I have this one, this guy that could go even more over there, you guys. And this one could go down here. And then I have this guy. How am I doing on time? So I always want to do like little different bits and bobs. And so if I do the same bits and bobs for a while, then I have to change it up. So I sent a French fry bag of all different bits and bobs. Those are some of my favorite two keels. I love that technique. And I've done it in like a billion different iterations. Everybody take a drink. Okay. Do I want this here? Let's see. I really want this biggie kind of over to the side. Do you know what I mean? And I kind of like the idea of it just growing into the next page. Let's work on that first. I'm going to Keely's house next week to celebrate her birthday with her. Can't wait. And I've thought about, like, what am I going to take? What am I going to take? Because, please, she has everything I have. Let's be honest. But part of me was like, well, I want to take some copy paper because I bet she has all kinds of things that I could do crayon rubbings of in her house. And wherever we go, oh, shut up, you guys, I love that. I'm loving that. This needs a little help. It's getting a little too wrinkly so that it's not sticking down, but oh my gosh, I'm loving that it's just kind of flowing into that. Oh, I forgot this guy. Oh, you know what? I should totally do it up here so I have a nice visual triangle. Right? Because I have this nice cluster over here, and we want a nice visual triangle over there. And then we want this guy. I kind of want, yeah. I want this to, I like all the overlapping. Ah. Okay. But I kind of want this guy to kind of like overlap there just a little bit. Kind of digging that idea. So let's fiddle around with that. So I'm so sorry, you guys, I didn't get to start my bookmark page or my bookmarker stack of books during class, but I gave you the basic idea. So I'm dying to see what you guys create with that idea. Stop it, look at that. Earth Day. Then I'm going to include my sentiment up here. You guys, I love it so much. I love it so much. So I do have a little minute that I can fiddle around with some, so you know I'm going to have my stack of books over here for World Book Day. And then this is I need to acknowledge that this is for Earth Day 2025. But I'm thinking, so I have some cut off bits and bobs. Just, oh, these are the papers from Valerie, right there. So she can go in my stack of books. Then I have these bits and bobs. Those are kind of skinny. Let's see what else I have. This one from the other day, that's got nothing on it. But I could write on those. That piece. Anyway. Oh. That one. So I think I used yes. So I want to do my bookmark, and I want to do my, I'm not going to use this in my book because it's really stiff. So this can be my bookmark, but I can start to create my stack over here too. Remember, here's our idea. We're going to do a stack of books, and then we're going to make sure that we acknowledge that it's World Book Day 2025, and then here's all of our possibilities. We can use security envelopes. I have some of that, that's for sure. Paint a strip of color and lay washi on top of just the painted colors. Fussy cut strips of art papers. Washi tape all by itself, just on like white, if you're going to put it on a black page like this. Washi tape on top of artsy papers and burnish it really well. Anyway. I'm going to start to, I hope that everybody has all of this information. And so this is going to be a skinny one. There we go. Right. Love that. What am I going to do next? Thinking some of this orange. This is going to be a very thick tome. Not this thick, but it'll be thicker. But with this cutoff, that can be another one, right? And look at this, totally goes with my Earth Day page. So I hope you guys get the idea and run with it. All different, like a big stack of books. Big, great big stack of books. What could be finer? Not much, I say. Right? And I'm not adhering anything until I kind of work out my composition, which I know you guys will too, because I'm sure your stacks will be beautiful. Good morning, Sue. Anyway, I hope that everybody is inspired and ready to create World Book Day and for World Book Day and Earth Day. That's 2 compositions and 2 bookmarks. What could be finer? Not much. I adore you all. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon. Don't forget to open your newsletter tomorrow. Bye, everyone.